This is my channel, not his. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. So today we're reviewing Pinocchio. So, what's your opinions on it?
I mean, yesterday I wished upon a star that this movie wouldn't be crap, and I mean, it wasn't crap, but it wasn't that good either.
I agree so much. Yeah, I mean, it's weird how they chose what to CGI and what not to CGI.
Yeah, exactly. Like, close-ups to Pinocchio looked so computer animated.
They did. And also, the blue fairy, CGI for that was terrible. They just put some glitter and threw it over her.
Exactly, and that scene just dragged on. It didn't need to be that long.
I agree. And some of the makeup, like, what's it called? You know the land they go to where all the little kids are who are naughty turn into donkeys?
Pleasure Island?
Pleasure Island, the villain from there and the carnivals, their makeup was just so extreme.
Yeah. Okay, so, let's get to the positives and negatives.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to do the first positive?
Sure. My first positive is it wasn't that boring. It kept me interested, and I'm just glad it did.
I agree with that. With a negative though of that, there was one or two scenes I think that dragged long. Exactly like that fairy scene. Yeah. My second positive is I think how they did like cameos on the clocks on his workshop, I thought was really amazing. Yeah, I love that. I was shocked. I really like Phineas and Ferb one especially. This is our real Toy Story 5 here. It is. I hope you say this is a spoiler review because we're doing so many spoilers. Yeah, I will say it's spoilers. Okay. My second positive is the acting. It was pretty good. It was. I think Tom Hanks played Geppetto amazingly. And for a second, I thought the voice of Pinocchio was played someone in the Paw Patrol movie. His voice just sounded so much like that. I had to watch the Paw Patrol movie with my sister yesterday. That was a pain. I don't think I have any more positives. Do you? I don't think so. My first negative is how the animals CGI, like the cat and the fish. I think it would have been better if they were real. I mean, can you really force a fish to just spin around? Yes. Have you watched Dive Remember Kid? Okay. Yeah. But then there is trained animals, and I just think if you're going to do a real life adaptation of a movie, the animals at least should be real. Yeah. And the CGI on the cat looked terrible. It did. That did not look like a cat. That looks like the old Sonic movie design. Bet they would be good friends. Okay. My first negative is the extra stuff they put in there. Now, the first Pinocchio movie, the original, is one of my favorite movies of all time. But I agree with that. There didn't need to be that much extra stuff. It just seemed pointless and forgettable. It did. My second negative is not what many people would count as a negative. There's the person Pinocchio falls in love with. Yeah. I want to know how she separated from the carnival and created it all on her own. Because, I don't know, that's just me, but I found that annoying. That character didn't need to be there also. It did not. And this whole movie felt like a different thing. Like, there are some references to the original, but that wasn't enough. No. That 20 minutes isn't just extra stuff. They're where in the original they okay. In the
They deleted scenes from the original and replaced them with new ones, and that just got very annoying.
It did. I think Pardon, sorry.
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, okay. My next negative is that Pinocchio only barely ever tells lies, and in the original, I loved how he told lies quite more often. And the only time I remember from this movie him telling a lie was when he was locked in a cage.
Yeah, yeah, that's the whole point of Pinocchio, and they just destroyed it.
Yes, I agree with that statement very much.
Okay. And, my last negative is how much it felt like a streaming movie. They keep putting their movies to Disney Plus, and it just gets very annoying. I mean, at least go to select theaters.
It does.
I hope the Snow White remake doesn't go to Disney Plus.
I hope so too. My final problem is there was no need for this movie. We've already had good live reputations of it in the past, just not by Disney. Like, if you look up Pinocchio movies, there's already been 7 in real life, like, acting versions of it, which are equally as good, and there's already been, like, 30 animated versions. I just don't think it was needed, even though the movie was good, I just don't think it was needed.
I'd rather have a sequel to the original Pinocchio than this live-action movie.
I agree with you, but I think that will cause quite a lot of arguments.
Yeah, imagine... Do you remember Simba's Pride?
Yes.
I hope. If they do make a sequel, which is highly unlikely, don't make it straight to DVD. We all know how that goes.
There's only one sequel there's only a few sequels I really love. And one of those is Lion King 1.5.